and welcome to another Mario Party 7 minigame review.
Last time, we reviewed Tile and Error. It's a nice simple minigame of you and your partner working together to fill in your color. Just simple. Way better than Lightspeed. By a country mile, I'll tell you. On the topic of minigame categories we're ending off in a single review, we are doing the free-for-all minigame, Track and Yield. So let's get to this minigame, shall we?
So here's how I play this minigame. You and the other three players are on a conveyor belt filled with a lot of hurdles. Some of them are regular, others are electric. And the conveyor belt also gets faster the longer the minigame goes on for. Your job is to just jump over the hurdles while staying on the conveyor belts. Watch out for the electric hurdles though, that they will stun you. And if you get stunned on them when the conveyor belt is moving faster, you're pretty much done for. The last player standing wins. Well, also, multiple winners can be supported. Yeah, this is a nice minigame overall. Like, I'm just gonna get it out of the way here. Like, this is a minigame that is worth replayability. It's just your survival minigame, but also not. Because you're also just trying to make sure that you make it to the end, because with the various hurdles, the fact that there's also electric hurdles, and you don't know when they're gonna come in. They may come in early, they may come in later. And also with the conveyor belt getting faster, you really have to plan out your jumps perfectly because on the later, like, if you get like to the final 10 seconds, you have to do very, very precise jumps, and they can be pretty hard. If you don't know what you're doing, you can end up getting into an entire tie, which is rare, but it can happen. But that's mostly on your fault and not on the minigame's fault, just like last minigame. However, here, I will say, it can be a bit plain, because it literally is just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and nothing really changes out of it, except for when specific hurdles come in. That is the only thing that is randomized. But I will say, the strategy for this minigame more than makes up for it. I'm glad it made it into the top 100, because this minigame is overall good. I wish I also brought it back into Superstars, because that's what they did with a lot of minigames. But not all of us can get our wishes. You know what? We'll go to the overall thoughts.
Overall, Track and Yield is good. Simply good, just like Tile and Error. I'm simply saying it shortly that this is a minigame that can work perfectly. And going on for 30 seconds is pretty much your bare essential here. I do like the challenge here with it going faster on the conveyor belts, and also they're not just being regular hurdles, but also electric hurdles. It's a nice challenge, and it gives you a nice competition against even hard computers. I will admit that clearly here, that even the hard computers put up a big challenge on this minigame. But besides that, though, this minigame is honestly a bit plain, is that it's pretty much the same patterns over and over again, and also it can be a bit easy if you lock in enough for you to make it to the end. And also just simply, it also can be a bit of a challenge to go at what type of jumps you could go in at. Like, it could be like a far jump or a short jump. You gotta be pretty careful on that. That can mess you up if you're not careful. But yeah, this is just a simple minigame that I'd definitely like to play once in a while. I'm glad it made it into the top 100 because I'm giving it 4 stars. I really thought this could have been in Superstars, but I guess they decided against it. That's it for today. Up next, we're reviewing Treasure Dome. See you guys then.